Israel, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under commanding General Yahanna, presents the Lord's 55th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 55th annual Passover is rapidly approaching. Commanding General Yahanna is calling for all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember what the Lord did for us by saving us from our oppressors and choosing us to be a special people unto Him, the real Jews and Israelites. Passover will be held in Durham, North Carolina. Pay your Passover fee. Anyone 17 years of age or older must pay $200. Come and enjoy fresh lamb, unleavened bread, and the Spirit of Christ. Can't wait to see you all there, Israel. Shalom.
Cabins on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us.
This is the Israelite School University Practical Knowledge for one word. I don't know if you can hear me now. Test. Maybe that one's not charged. Gotta make sure we keep it on charge. Okay. All right. How do I sound now? Good, bad. There's a little delay. They can hear? All right, we'll get right into it. Tonight's topic, we're going to talk a little bit about what happens when we die. A very vital topic. Every religion has a so-called end game as to where they go when they die. You know, and everybody is also about heaven. There's a talk about hell too, right? No, nobody's everybody's in hell. Everybody in hell, no matter who. The drug dealer who got shot is in a better place now. The person who killed somebody is in a better place now. The violent person, child, always in a better place. Having. So religion, specifically Christianity, the major religions of Christianity, Islam, teaches heaven or hell. And where to go. In Christianity, it's all real life, right? If you was a good person, you was in the fire, and you was, giving the tithes, you're happy. You're going to heaven, right? Can you go to hell, right? And Islam is a little bit different. Islam, and most Muslims realize this. Islam is very much about predestination. destiny. Wherever you need to go, that's where you're gonna go. Right. So those are the popular ideas and popular religions among black people. So what's the Bible say though? Where does the Bible say we go? Right. Christians specifically came to the Bible to show that we go to heaven. But you should know there's a couple of issues with their beliefs. The first issue is this. Give me Matthew. Give me. We'll do our Father prayer. Matthew chapter 6. Matthew chapter 6. Right. Somebody can read it for me. You know Islam, so Yahanna. Good. Matthew chapter 6, verse 9. Okay, can you read that from there for us? Matthew chapter 6, verse 9. Can you read in the microphone?
Matthew 6:9. After the manner therefore pray ye, our Father which art in heaven,
Right.
hallowed be the name.
Hold on. Matthew chapter 6, verse 9. Almost slowly.
Matthew 9:6. Matthew 6:9. After the manner therefore pray ye.
So this is Christ teaching his disciples how to pray. He said, after this manner, meaning you're going to pray in this way. Right? Go ahead.
Our Father which art in heaven.
Our Father who is in heaven. So he said, there's not a Father. There's a Father in heaven. Right? Go ahead.
Hallowed be the name.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy what?
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come. So the Father is where? In heaven. And he's at what we're praying that happens.
The kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come where? Keep reading.
Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So are we going up to join him? Or is his kingdom coming down here?
Coming down here.
You understand? So that's the first problem with the idea that we're going to heaven. You understand? Because Christ never told us, hey, pray that you make it to heaven. Every Christian is praying for what? To go to heaven. Every Muslim is praying for what? To go to heaven. You know what I mean? Everybody has some paradise waiting for them in heaven. But that's not what Christ is showing there. Read it again. One more time.
Okay. Matthew 6:9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye. Our Father art in heaven, which art in heaven, hallowed be the name.
Hallowed be thy name. Go ahead.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Meaning what? Heaven has to come down here. You understand? Heaven has to come down here. So those who don't understand what heaven is a government. Heaven is a government. That's why it is what? Above. Think above. Whenever you see heaven, think above. You hear earth, think beneath. So the heavens rule the earth. Check it before. Right? Check. The heavens rules the earth. You understand what I mean? So now that poses a problem to the idea that we're supposed to go to heaven. Right? Because the Lord didn't create us to go to heaven. Do you know angels existed before us? The heavens existed before us. Right? Everything was already created in heaven. If you go to the book of Genesis, I'll paraphrase in the you talk about Quash?
Good now.
Okay. Yeah, you talk. Right? When you go in the book of Genesis, what was created first, the heavens or the earth? The heavens were created first. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. You understand? So the heavens was created first. The angels were created before us. And then God said to them, let us make man in our image. You understand what I mean? Let us make man in our image. Actually, let's get there. Genesis chapter 1. Just to give an idea of what creation was like and the order of creation. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. You go ahead and read for me, bro, when you get a chance.
Genesis chapter 1, 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Go ahead.
And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
Now, you notice it says in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And then went straight into the details about the earth. Why? Because the heavens is not our business. Because the heavens is not our business. Everybody wants to go to heaven and they're going to go up and do, be with God. That's not how it works. You understand? I mean, that's, you know what it's like? That's like the animals saying one day we're going to be human. The lion was made to be the lions, right? The giraffe was made to be the giraffe. The zebra was made to be the zebra. And we were made to be human beings. The angels were made to be angels. You understand what I mean? So it's not something where one day you're gonna die and you're gonna float and be. Now you do go to the Lord. Don't get me wrong. We'll get that in the scriptures, but not to live. Not to live, but we'll get that later on. Right? So we've established that God's kingdom is coming to the earth. Right? Give me Psalms chapter 104. Actually, give me, before we get there, give me Ecclesiastes 12, verse 7. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 7.
Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return to God who gave it.
Verse 6.
For having the silver cord be loose, for the golden bowl be broken, for the pitcher be broken at the fountain, for the wheel be broken at the Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
The dust being what? You. Return to the earth. And this is what he said. The spirit shall return unto God who gave it. Now, this is where it's okay. See? The spirit's always false on God. He was God. That's not what's happening. That's not what's happening here. Give me Psalm chapter 104, verse 29. And this speaks about the condition of mankind. Right? This is what happens. This is what happened. Psalm 104, verse 29. Psalm 104, verse 29. And if anybody has any questions on all topics, just raise your hand. This is speaking about God. What does it mean? God is hiding his face. We have to understand the language of the Bible, right? And the language of the Bible is very much metaphorical. If you want to understand the Bible, you have to speak how black people speak. Right? That's why there's a lot of confusion in the Bible, because yes, the Bible does not. Okay. We let people do not speak what they turn like what's the old word? Phonics, you know that word? Like how people don't stand like that's how to explain it. Understand? You have to speak the language of black people to understand the Bible. That's why you get so much confusion. That's why you think there's a snake talking in the garden. Understand? If I tell you this, I was talking to a snake today. Who am I talking to? If I say, yeah, I was talking to a snake today. Yeah. A bad person, right? If I say I'm talking to a snake, I just talking to a snake. Who am I talking to? It's not perfect. But when somebody who does not speak the way we speak, it means that a snake was talking to Eve. No, snakes talk. You don't understand how we speak. Understand? Here's the same thing in the verse I just read. Read that verse again. Thou hidest thy face. What does it mean? Thou hidest thou face. This speaking about God. But it means he hides his face. Go ahead, sis. What? Covered? No. It doesn't mean it's covered. Thou hidest thy face. Give me 1 second. Yeah. 1 second. Turn his face from you. So God turns his face from you, you're in trouble. Right? So thou hidest thy face, go ahead. They are trouble. Who's they? Mankind. Mankind, meaning what? If he hides his face from you, that means. Okay, I'm getting messages saying there's no sound. Still the quash. If he hides his face from you, you're in trouble. You understand what I mean? And clearly, when you look at the world right now, God has all that talk. When you hear Christians talk and talk how blessed they are, you don't see none of the blessings they're talking about. You don't see any. I seen one sister one time. I'll never forget. I always tell everybody the story. She both legs amputated. She had a thing to breathe, a gas tank. She's in a wheelchair, right? And somebody asked her how she's doing, and she had a cigarette. She took off the thing. She took a puff. She says, "Too blessed to be stressed." I looked at her and I'm like, "Where's the blessing?" But that's rhetoric that she's taught. She doesn't understand what a blessing. She's never seen a blessing. She's only seen curses. The Lord has hid his face from her. It don't matter how much she's in church or Christians are in church, they're singing, they're dancing, they're riddled with problems. They're in trouble. Read it one more time from the top.
Book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 29. Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath.
And then he takes away your breath. Means what? What? You die. Right? You perished. Go ahead.
They die and return to their dust.
And they return to their dust. Go ahead.
Concert, verse 30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit.
So now, that person's dead, right? Now, God sends forth his spirit. Go ahead.
They are created.
Now, new life comes. Keep reading.
And thou renewest the face of the earth.
And God has renewed the face of the earth. What are we talking about here? A life cycle. You're talking about the life cycle. You understand what I mean? People die. When we read earlier, what happened? That spirit goes up. God sends his spirit down, I mean the same spirits come back down, and he renews the face of the earth. What am I trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you you've been here before.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you you've been here multiple times already. I'm trying to tell you until you fix yourself and fix this place, you're going to keep coming back to misery. That's in the Bible. We're going to go into it. You know what I mean? So give me the book of Ecclesiastes. Give me hold on. Shabbat, you know what I'm looking for? Over question.
I thought it was more like a 12.
What's in 12?
That whole run right there. How the wind comes back.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, that's 12, though, right?
Mm-hmm. So now, King Solomon is going to give you a breakdown of what happens, right? But he's going to give it in a way, as like we were saying, metaphors, right? Go ahead. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 12, right?
Start at verse 1, sir.
You got it.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw not, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves.
Is that what I'm looking for? I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Cut to where we need.
Started at 6 earlier, sir.
6?
12 and 6. That's where you started at.
Go back there. Got it?
Yeah, I'm still on. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 6. Or ever the silver cord be loosed. Was that what you were on early? 12 and 6? That's what I wrote down.
12 and 6, yeah.
Come on, sir.
Keep going, let me hear it.
Or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken.
No, chapter 6.
Chapter 6.
Yes.
Come on, sir. There we go. I wrote it down wrong. Sir.
Chapter 6, start at verse 1. Let me hear it.
Come, sir. Look at Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 1. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun.
This is King Solomon speaking. King Solomon, as you know, had the wisdom of God. God gave him wisdom beyond our imagination, right? And he's going to explain something to us now. He said there's an evil that he has seen where?
Under the sun.
Under the sun, right? Where's under the sun? Earth, right? So we're identifying where he's seeing this evil, right? Keep going.
Come, sir.
Never mind that, folks. We're short, man. So just have a seat, and we're just gonna go through this, please.
Come, sir.
Come on. Go ahead.
And it is common among them.
Go ahead.
A man to whom God hath given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wanteth nothing for his soul of all that he desireth.
Go ahead.
Yet God giveth him not power to eat thereof. But a stranger eateth it. This is vanity, and it is an evil disease.
Go ahead.
If a man begat 100 children and live many years, so that the days of his years be many, and his soul be not filled with good, and also that he have no burial, I say that an untimely birth is better than he.
Hold on. I might be jumping it. Hold on. I apologize. Give me 1 sec. I might have jumped it. We gotta go before we're gonna come back here, but to make it make sense, go to Ecclesiastes chapter 1. I apologize. Chapter 1, verse 9. Quickly. Slack it.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that hath been.
Give me verse 5.
Okay, sir. Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 5. The sun also arises.
Actually, give me 3.
Verse 3. What profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun?
Okay, this is what we want. What profit have a man for all the labor? Meaning that what do you really gain when you are just laboring and laboring and laboring? Not that labor is wrong, but he's trying to make a point here. We're going to get to it. Verse 4.
Okay. One generation passes away.
One generation passes away.
And
right?
Another generation cometh.
And another generation comes and follows it.
But the earth abideth forever.
But the earth what?
Abideth forever.
Are we going to heaven? No. The earth is going to be here. The earth abideth forever. God created the earth for mankind. One generation passes away and one generation follows right after it. But the earth abideth, meaning is here forever. Go ahead, Shapat.
I like to use this precept for when Christ said, till heaven and earth pass, not one jot or tittle shall be taken from the law.
Absolutely.
Christians like to use that and talk about it. The earth's not going to pass. It says it right here.
Right.
The
right.
earth abideth forever.
Excellent point. Keep reading.
So verse 5. The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down.
The sun comes up. The sun goes down. Right? Go ahead.
Okay. And hasteneth to his place where he arose.
And hasteneth, meaning quickly goes to his place where it rose. Right? Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 6. And the wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north.
Go ahead.
It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again accordingly to his circuits.
Meaning what? The wind is going to and fro, and it returns to where it's supposed to be. Right? Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 7. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full.
You get it? All the rivers are going into the sea. You think that at some point that sea is going to overflow, but the sea is not full. Right? It's showing you what? Patterns. It talked about the wind. It talked about the sun going up and down. Remember, it started off by telling you the earth is here forever. All the things he's talking about happen where? Right here on the earth. Right? Go ahead.
Okay. Yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again.
Wherever the river, the place the water came from, they end up right back there. It's a never-ending cycle. Right? Go ahead.
Okay. All things are full of labor. Man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. Verse 9. The thing that has been, hath been.
Read this.
Verse 9. So he's talking about all these cycles, right? This thing has been.
That which shall be.
It is that which shall be. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be. What does that mean? The thing that has been, it is that which shall be. The river started one place, went into the sea, and they right back to where it started. The sun came up, it set, and then tomorrow it comes back. All these things that have been, they shall be. Right? Keep reading.
Okay. And that which is done is that which shall be done.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
There's nothing new under the sun. There is nothing new under the sun. Including who? Including us. Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean. Give me now. We're gonna go to Ecclesiastes chapter 6.
Okay. Book of Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 1. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men.
Go to verse 10.
Skip
right down to verse 10 to get to the point.
That which has been.
Remember, we just read whatever shall be, whatever was shall be, right? Go ahead. That was what?
That which has been is named already,
and
is known that it is man.
That is who?
It is man.
It's nobody new. You understand what I mean? There's nobody new. There's nothing new coming on. When you understand regeneration or reincarnation, life will start to make sense. You start to understand that there's nobody new here. That verse, there's a very popular verse in the Bible. It says, you reap what you sow. That will start to make sense. You understand? This is not some person who had nothing to do with nothing and came back a certain way. You reap what you sow. Actually, let's go straight into, let's go into this. Have you, you guys are familiar with when Christ passed by, he saw the blind man. Right, that should be. Before we even get there, let's go to Matthew chapter 15. No, I'm too wild, bro. Matthew 15 verse. Matthew chapter 16, Salakia. 16 verse 13.
16 verse 13. Book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 13.
This is Christ talking to his disciples. This is Christ now talking about something that's common amongst them, right? So if we're talking, certain things we say to each other, only we understand it because we talk about it, right? So they understand him and he understands them. So he's going to ask him a very interesting question that most people will not ask today, right? Go ahead, read. Well, start in verse 13, yeah.
When Jesus came into coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am?
So Christ is talking to his disciples. He says, what are people saying? Who are men saying I am? Because he knows people are talking and he hears the whispers. So he's saying, who are they saying I am? Right? Why is he asking that question? Because it's normal for people to say, oh, this person here has been here before. And you know, in every black household, the minute you get a child with a little attitude, the first thing they say, she got an old soul. She's been here before. Right? So that's not uncommon amongst us. Right? So Christ is not asking his disciples, what are the people saying? Who are they saying I am? Go ahead.
And they said, some say that thou art John the Baptist.
Some say that are who?
John the Baptist.
Some are saying you're John the Baptist. Right? Go ahead.
Some Elias.
Some are saying you're Elias. Elijah is so that's the Greek word for Elijah. Right? Some are saying you're Elijah. Go ahead.
And others, Jeremiah.
Some are saying you're Jeremiah. So this is what people are saying in that time. Why? They understood something that has been lost through Christianity. Christianity is so bent on getting to heaven, they don't understand this concept. This should tell you, if this was not something that they believed in, Christ would never say, who are people saying I am? He would never ask that question because it would be a silly question because he never thought that. But because he did teach this, he's saying, who is everybody saying I am? And they start saying, well, some are saying you're this person. Some are saying you're so-and-so. All like Elijah and Jeremiah lived thousands of years before Christ. But they're saying, they're saying you're Elijah. They're saying you're this old prophet. They mention all the old prophets in the past and trying to say, well, that's what people are saying. Go ahead, Shabbat.
Nah, that's crazy because Christ said that John the Baptist was Elijah.
We're going to get to it, right? We're going to get to that also. But keep reading.
Okay. Or one of the prophets.
Or one of the prophets. So they're basically saying, you're one of the prophets that's just back. Keep reading.
Okay. He saith unto them, but whom say ye that I am?
And then he's still entertaining it. But who do you think I am? You understand? He's not saying, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. How am I going to be Elijah? How am I going to be one of the prophets? That's stupid. He's not saying that. He's saying, who are you saying I am? He's still entertaining it. Right? Keep reading.
Okay. And Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God.
Go ahead.
And Jesus answered and said unto him, blessed thou art, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. So
what he's saying here, he said to Christ, you are the Son of God. You know what I'm saying? What does he mean by that? So why did he skip all the other rumors and just say that? What is he saying?
So can you say that one more time?
Why is he? So read one more time. I want you to catch this.
And Christ answered and said,
from what Peter said.
And Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the Christ.
So Christ says, but who do you say I am? And Simon Peter answers, says, you are the Christ. You are the Messiah. Right? You're the chosen one. Keep reading. Okay.
And Jesus answered and said unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven.
Flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee, meaning what? Go ahead.
In a nutshell, I would say he has the spirit. That's why he knows.
You're not thinking on a physical level. That's what he means. You're right, right? Flesh and blood has not revealed it to you. Mean you're not thinking on flesh and blood. You're not thinking on a spiritual level, but on a spiritual level, meaning my Father is revealing it to you. So what Peter was saying here is, you're the Messiah. That's what's important to us. Mm-hmm. You understand? It doesn't matter who people are saying you are. You understand me? He's basically emphasizing who Christ is, not who he was.
Right.
Oh no, Salaki. Everybody want to call me now. Right? He's basically emphasizing who Christ is. You are the Messiah. You're the chosen one. Right? So that's what he's basically saying there. But what do we get from that? That the disciples believe that people have been here before.
Right.
Right? And even when Christ came, people were trying to figure out who was he before. A man of renown like that comes and he starts doing certain things. He's special. Now he stands out. And people want to know, okay, they're not saying, oh, he was just some regular cat. They start naming prophets in the past that they've heard of and read about and say, okay, he must be so-and-so. He must be so-and-so. You understand? What else were they looking for? They were looking for certain prophecies of people coming back too. What am I talking about? They were looking for certain prophecies of people coming back. And that's what you mentioned earlier. Let's get that. John being that's exactly what that was a prophecy. That's why they was looking for it. So let's get it at let's get that. Get me first Malachi chapter 4, verse 5 through 6.
First, you said Malachi 4.
Malachi 4 verses 5 through 6.
This is Malachi chapter 4, verse 5.
Well, give it a minute. Let everybody catch up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Malachi 4 and 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
Elijah was already dead when this was written. Right. What's the book before Malachi and the one after?
The book before Malachi is Zechariah, and after is Matthew.
Right. There's right before Matthew. Right before Matthew says. That's Malachi. What? Call it again.
Malachi 4 and chapter 4, verse 5.
Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. All right. Read one more time.
Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
I will send you who?
Elijah the prophet.
I will send you Elijah the prophet. Right. This is God talking. He's saying, before that day comes, I'm going to send you Elijah. Right. So everybody was expecting before the Messiah arrived, Elijah had to come. That's why people were saying, is that Elijah? You understand? But really, who was Elijah? According to the Bible. Go ahead.
Was it John the Baptist?
That's it. Get that for me.
Matthew 11:14.
Matthew 11:14. Let me hear it.
It's Matthew chapter 11, verse 14. Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there hath not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he.
No, that's not it.
14, I have 11.
Go ahead.
Is that you got?
It's 11:14.
You got something different?
I got 11:14. Salaki, book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 14. And if ye will receive it, this is Elias.
No, go up. Go up to give some context.
Concept. Verse 12. Book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 12. And from the days of John the Baptist.
Actually, hold that. Hold that, because that's a good one. Give me 17, Matthew 17:10.
Awesome.
Matthew chapter 17, verse 10.
Okay, so this is Christ's disciples talking to him again, right? So Christ's disciples ask a lot of questions, because he tells them things that, makes them think, and they want to know more, right? Things that if we are